What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Chocolate Gumbo. We are here, and I'm with the family, the chocolate ones. That's what we call ourselves, the chocolate ones.
Did you just call me a flavor?
I mean, you called yourself that because you named the show with us. So don't put me.
So I called you a chocolate. Okay, you know what?
See, Keith is calling me chocolate, everybody. So I don't know what that means. Y'all tell me what that means. I don't know. But we're here, y'all, to get this thing started. We like to say happy holiday to everybody. We celebrated the holiday weekend, and we always like to start our show off with, how was your weekend? You know what I'm saying? How was your weekend, Kendra?
How was my weekend? It's kind of foggy right now. No. But yeah, it was great. I had a good time on Saturday.
You cooked for Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
And what you cook?
Man, okay, so I decided to cook for my house this year, and I made some smoked turkey pies with greens and some dressing, homemade cornbread, and I know Jiffy Mix, some sweet potatoes. What else did I cook? A ham, because kids like that pork. And then, I ate a little bit of something. I cooked, some mac and cheese, of course. You can't have Thanksgiving without your baked macaroni and cheese.
So Kendra cooked all of that and didn't tell me and Keith about a damn thing. You hear this?
I couldn't find y'all on Thanksgiving.
You told me you were going to Puerto Rico, and now you here now.
Right, she was in Puerto Rico on Thanksgiving. Then she cooked some ham and string beans and
she was on Puerto Rico and Monday, cooking greens on Wednesday.
Something like that. I didn't just cook for my house either, though. My little brother, my mother been gone, rest in peace, for almost 2 years now. And I made a couple dishes for his house as well. He wanted the dressing and what else did I make for him? My daughter made the mac and cheese and some more sweet potatoes.
So you got Mama's recipes in your head, or you wrote them down, or what's going on?
So the weird thing that happened this year, like the dressing, my mother's dressing is so off the chain, right? So I'm like, I'm finna make this dressing. Like, I don't remember exactly the recipe, but I was making it and I was doing stuff that I usually don't do. When I tell you it was so fast, my little brother called me. He was like, Mama must have been in the kitchen with you because that dressing was good. I was like, she must have, because I was doing some different stuff and it was fire. I got a little bit left. I might bring y'all something.
I mean, but we here today and Kendra ain't bring us nothing.
Old plate from 4 days ago. I got leftovers at the house that taste good. You ain't got to bring me no leftovers. I want it steaming out the oven or nothing.
Okay, next time I remember Christmas time, I got y'all.
Okay, well, we gonna hold y'all. Listen, Kendra said, y'all hear this? She says she's gonna make. So on the show, we have some plates right here on Christmas, right? So we don't have it. It's Kendra's fault, yo. So Keith, how was your weekend, man?
Weekend was good. I did a Tavern on the Grange. Shout out Tavern on the Grange. We did 2 brunches. God is always blessing me to be funny and funnier for people, through me. So I had 2 great brunches there. I went to Lima, Ohio. Shout out Lima, Ohio. I know this podcast is going to be going across the world. Lima, Ohio. Small spot. I went 4 hours on back roads to get to Lima, Ohio, but the people showed out, showed love, standing ovation. Me and my boy Stick got a standing ovation. My boy Mike Samp hosted. Shanny D, shout out Shanny D from Detroit, one of the true OGs, Def Jam, BT's Comic View. Shanny D, a true OG, a legend in the comedy game. We told them people up. We had a real good time. Drove out there. They bought all my new shirts. I got my new shirts out. We'll talk about that later. And for Thanksgiving, I was sweet potatoed out, man. Sweet potato, all I gave a damn about was sweet potatoes. I supplemented potato salad for sweet potatoes. I had 2 sweet potato pies made from somebody I trusted they sweet potatoes and a whole pan of candy sweet potatoes sliced, and they all gone. We got a half a pie left. So I was all about sweet potatoes.
Love them yams.
Sweet yams. Anywho, we had ham. I wanted to fried turkey, but my mama said no fried turkey. She just got a smoked turkey from somewhere. It looked dried out. I didn't want none, but once you got in the middle of it, it was good. So we did good, man. It's just me and my mom and my daughter now. So we had the same amount of food for 9 people. So we still trying to get rid of that shit now, but it was good. We prayed. We had a good Thanksgiving. I traveled out of state, back in state, and I'm here now. Chocolate Gumbo. What about you, G?
Man, you know what? The holiday weekend was pretty cool, man. I actually cooked a little bit. So I tried to do a little bit. Yeah, I did a little bit. I cooked half the food. My wife cooked the other half. So we did it together. So it's pretty cool. My boy, he makes the bomb sweet potato pies, man. My bro Q Billa. Believe it or not.
The one that be at the show?
Yes. Don't believe it or not. He has a purple sweet potato pie. Matter of fact, it's upstairs. I'm gonna show you when we take
So they
a
use
break
the
or whatever.
eggplants, or what are they doing?
It's a purple sweet potato that's like from a different country.
And it tastes the same?
It tastes exactly the same. It tastes amazing, bro.
That's great.
It tastes like your grandma. He got a purple one and a gold one and an orange crush one. And it's like amazing and it tastes great. So
light skinned Q Billa.
Light skin, yeah, it's hard to believe, right?
Light skinned people trying to do everything.
It's hard to believe, but it's pretty dope. Like I said, I did a brunch with you. I did Tavern, of course, it's our baby. We always there every week. Keith got his own show there once a month as well. And then I did Chemistry. It's another spot called Chemistry in Chicago, Hyde Park.
How'd they go?
It's pretty dope, man. I know the GM there is a good friend of mine's, like family. And man, I might be doing like something on Sunday nights there, like an event. So that, you know, check it out. Stay tuned for that as well. But you know, the weekend is great, man. It's always great to get back and cap off the weekend and always come back and do this show with y'all, man, for real.
Shout out to Real Taylor at Chemistry. I did a comedy show Thanksgiving night at Chemistry with Leon Rogers, Ben Noble, my boy Ben. Shout out Ben Noble. Smitty B, shout out Smitty B. Corporate was there, corporate from the internet, YouTube, Instagram, and the one and only Just Niche.
Was you there?
I was on the show, yeah.
So you know T Taylor, you know my boy.
Terrell,
that's my boy,
Taylor,
man.
That's my dog, man.
Okay, well, hey, you know, small world.
That's my dog. He used to do comedy show competitions back when in 08, 09, 010, when I first started, when it was me, Mike Samp, Smitty B, Roy, Lunchabelle, Tar Terry, Stick, when we was all competing to see who was the funniest comedian at that time for that particular competition. We went years battling and left in heartbroken when you didn't win, because you know everybody is hilarious. And he used to, man, we used to do, I forgot what he called it, but it used to be off the chain. He used to have celebrity guests, hosts, and everything. Like, it used to be a real big deal. And that's actually when the comedy competition scene took over. Then Power 92, GCI, everybody had their own comedy competition. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a fun time.
Shout out to T Taylor, man. That's my bro right there, man. Shout out to T Taylor as well. But like I said, it's been a great weekend, and we coming to Monday, and you had something on your mind, Keith. What you was talking about?
Okay, disclaimer. Kendra, I need your help. Okay, females, you always claim men are stupid and all the guys out here are dumb. That's why you're not dating. But when you open yourself up, she said all the dudes she dating, yeah, she said y'all stupid. You guys are dumb.
So if you dated Kendra,
you guys are stupid and you're stinky. You're stinky and stupid.
Y'all stink and stupid and
ugly a little bit.
Y'all just gonna try to sabotage me like that. Like,
and she said all your mamas look like their daddy.
I'm just saying, if y'all dated her, that's what she said. We just imagined her. Don't shoot us, okay?
Believe it.
I just want to know why. Not no particular recent events or no nothing. I just want to know why with women, wait till your guards are down and ask you a question. And you say, why do I say that? What makes me say that? You can have the best sex of any night of any time in your life with a woman that you're not with. Y'all just cool and y'all just, you know what I'm saying, enjoying each other time. And you knock her earlobes loose. I mean, y'all done squeeded and squirted and squatted and pooted and kissed in the mouth after everything and before everything. Y'all did everything you could possibly do. Y'all completely satisfied each other. Then right after, it's dark, 4 o'clock in the morning. Can I ask you a question? I've been thinking, what are we doing? I said, I'm ignorant, so I'm petty. So I'm like, what do you mean? What are we doing? What is this? What is this? What are we doing? Where are we going? Why are we and it's like, why didn't we talk about this when we had our clothes on? Why didn't we have this understanding before we got this far into the evening? I'm ready to be cool where we at, and you want to find out where we going, and we just fuck for 3 straight hours. Talk to me.
Okay, so my first question to you would be, was this established before the what is this? Was that asked or talked about before the sleeping around for 4 hours?
When it comes to most guys, especially this one, whatever agreement we had before we start kissing and touching and loving and hugging.
Okay, so
That's what it is after. It ain't nothing different just because I done knocked your socks off and ain't nobody ever made your teeth white but me.
well, that means she's catching feelings and she want a little bit more than whatever the initial agreement was. She want more than that. So that's why she like, damn. Okay.
Shouldn't she lead off by saying what she wants instead of asking him what are we doing?
After the fact.
Or she just say, hey, this is what I felt like we was doing, but this is what I want. Do you want to do this?
That would be the correct way to do it, but nobody comes straight out and say that. Like basically, we be in our feelings, women, we do, and we try to. That's why I don't do the friends with benefits situation, even though like sometimes I may know what it is that I'm going into. If I know what I'm doing up front, then maybe I could possibly handle that a little bit more better. But if it's happening more frequently and all the time, y'all
it's getting better and better and better.
Do y'all spend more time? Are y'all just, can I say fucking?
Girl, we grown.
Are y'all just fucking and that's it? Or y'all hanging out? Y'all having intimacy? Y'all
we talking every day,
together,
texting. We doing the whole thing.
No, hey, we just doing this and this is what it is. She want more because you're giving her you.
So what you saying is you done did this before. You done definitely popped out the box on a nigga before.
In my dating experiences, no, I haven't. Not in my dating experiences because I knew what it was. I'm dating. So if I happen to, sometimes I don't sleep with certain people I date with, and sometimes I may. But if I decide to sleep with them, it's because I know that we're both looking for the same thing and could possibly be leading into something else. It's not just a situation where we're just sleeping together. Or I haven't entered into a friends with benefit situation at all since I've been dating. So no. I don't even have intimate moments with people. I haven't. One or two people I dated that I actually went to their house and hung out. Everybody else, it was just outside dating, kicking it, maybe talking, not sleeping around or anything like that. But
I mean, I get it. I just want to.
I mean, it just depends on how each individual person handle it. But she wants you, boo.
I mean, she's supposed to, but you know, you got to know where you are in life. Like you have to know where you are, and that's where this shirt came from. Because I'm at the point in my life where the person that was gonna be with me, you got to be in touch with yourself because I'm in touch with myself. You got to have came through. You have to have gone through some shit and came out on the other side like I have. I love myself. I'm in tune with myself, and I love what I am and what I'm not. So if you hiding from yourself, or if you don't like yourself, or if you hate shit about yourself, you can't fuck with me because I'm open and honest about everything about me, and I love me, and I love flaws too. So shout out to all the ladies with flaws. You are not imperfect. Them flaws make you better.
That part.
The flaws make you so much better. So if any woman out here with the little jiggly arm right there, you ain't got to do no push-ups. You ain't got to get no surgery. If your arm jiggle up under there, that's cooking arm. That's a cooking arm. You can cook. Find you a dude that like to eat because that's sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes on this side, steak and gravy on this side, chicken and ham all down the back of your. That's the cooking right there. And any woman out here, if your teeth ain't perfect, if you got a little side tooth missing, you better than the average woman. You're more durable. You're more solid. You're more believable. I trust you. I can build with you because that side tooth is missing. And no matter what is gone, that side tooth mean it's still on. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, little side tooth, you a sexy snagger tooth, side tooth missing bitch. I love the women with the side tooth missing. Okay. So be empowered. And this is my new line, side tooth missing. You're better because you're like a Rolex watch. You take a licking and keep on ticking. You understand me? You take a stomping and keep on chomping. You can roll with the punches. And no matter what side tooth missing, no matter what you go through, you never bite off more than you can. God damn it. So there you go. Hit my line for the t-shirts. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, custom-made sweatshirts, custom-made t-shirts. Side tooth missing, Big Keith Fry.
Side Tooth Sisters, hit up Big Keith. All of them.
He wants you.
We're going to start a group called the Side Tooth Sisters for Big Keith.
Snag a tooth, side tooth sisters.
Triple S. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Once again, man. I forgot what we was talking about, Keith.
We was talking about the girl who tried to want to be his woman.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah.
And then he threw me off with the side tooth thing. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry. I just had to get the plug out there.
No, but he was saying basically, if you ain't in love with yourself and if you don't know you can't be with me.
But that is a very key component to knowing, because
1,000%
I heard a soundbite that says when you're in love, you learn more about yourself than anything else. Yeah. Like, what did you learn about yourself when you got married, RJ? Like something that you wasn't in touch with before you got married. Like,
man, to be honest, I learned that I was Man, I learned I was a procrastinator. I learned I was lazy. One thing about a wife, man, what a wife does is they're the soil, if that makes sense. So a lot of times it's like what you put into the marriage or what you put into yourself or whatever, they're the soil. They're gonna reproduce what you do. So if you lazy, if you set the order of your household, you that way, that you normally sometimes get they get that back. I'm not saying that that's 100% the case, because some people are just gonna be who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's not always like that, but a lot of women are. They normally go with the flow when they're in tune with a guy, when they're in tune, or whatever they doing. Yeah, when they're in tune with somebody, a lot of times women will just take on that identity almost. You know what I'm saying? Do that make sense? Or
Yeah.
y'all jump into it. Not so much men, but I know I've seen that women normally do that. So when they really in tune, they take on that. So it's like whatever you bring to it, you know what I'm saying, it teaches you more about yourself. Because it's like you're trying to find control, especially in marriage or with certain things, and you realize that the only control you have is yourself. So you can control the situation by controlling you. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of indirectly. Am I making sense? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
making sense. I think that I don't think it just comes from being married though. I've noticed because I have been married most of my life from 18 to 32, but in this recent experience of being single for the last it's going on 4 years. Some of these guys have shown me mirrors, like not like particularly like pointing things out to me, but for myself. So in my dating experiences, I've learned a lot, about this is why I like to date the way I date, because then you can kind of see something about yourself and you can see something about the different men that's out here or whatever the case may be. But I've been in some mirroring situations that allowed me to see myself in a way like, oh, I didn't really know that that's how I was, but that's how I was. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's not just in the marriage, it's actually with dating certain people, because I may be maybe a procrastinator with this one or with that one. I may be too forward or whatever, something like that. Like you got to find the balance somewhere. So I've noticed that in my dating experiences, not just in my marriages, that I'm more mirrored in my dating experiences than I am in my marriages.
When I was married, it was different from relationships because of the totality of the beginning and the end. When you're married, you enter into a not so much a contractual agreement with the government and the state, but a spiritual contract and a covenant with this person, you, them, and God. And that, you know what I'm saying, puts on restrictions of, like I say, totality, a beginning and an end. So you enter into it not knowing all of these things about yourself. I realized that I'm an only child, and I've always joked and said, ladies, I'm not jealous. I'm selfish. I'm selfish in the fact that I want you for me, but I'm not jealous that I want you for me so much that I don't want you to type of thing. So, but I didn't realize that I was selfish with my time, my you know what I'm saying? Like how fast or how much I text back or call back or answer calls when I'm frustrated and don't feel like talking. Do I still communicate? Like I'll close off and shut down, and that's selfish because this person that you're with, you're supposed to talk to them. This your best friend. This is supposed to be your one and only type person. And when you have a person in your life that's your one and only, then that closeness causes them to see you in not only the light that they met you in, but the light that you're growing in, the light that when you take off your outside personas and masks, who you really unfold yourself to be. So I really learned that I was selfish with my time, my energy, my efforts, my consideration. I was inconsiderate. I would do things and not consult my better half. I would make decisions and go in a direction that hadn't even thought to ask her, because what this got to do with you?
Y'all on the same team.
Yeah, because we're on the same team and we're together as one, and I'm still moving as an individual. So those type of things that, you know what I mean, really hamper and set you back when y'all could be moving forward. But if you don't learn them, you're gonna keep operating that same way type thing too. So it's like when you're married to somebody, I see what you're saying about dating, because you have to learn how you're dating self. But when you living life with somebody,
I completely agree. No, for it's two different phases. maybe that's what it is, because now that I'm actually hearing you think, like, it's been situations in my previous marriages that the same thing has happened. I may have conformed to certain ways and, you know, not really wanted to or whatever. But it wasn't until after my marriages that I actually 1,000% fell in love with myself and know exactly what it is that I want and don't want anymore. It was after the marriage. So now that I'm dating, I think that what it is now is just showing me just a different avenue of it in a different aspect. You've been married once or twice? Once. You've been married once or twice? Once. Oh, well, two for me. But no, so I don't know. Like, women, what I learned about myself, since we all saying what we learned about ourselves. In my last marriage, I think that I learned that at times I could probably just be too nice and too giving. And because I've been married most of my life, I find myself kind of taking that into some of my dating situations, and it's not healthy. It's not good. Like, everybody don't deserve that. And, you know, in your marriages, some probably didn't deserve it either, you know, but because I was married and I had a covenant, you know, then you trying to make it work and trying to do everything you can. You know, sometimes we stay too long and I lost myself completely in that last marriage. I would never do that again. And it's because I was fighting for something that I actually wanted. And I was in love with my husband. Still love him today, but I was in love with my husband, you know. So I found myself to be something that I really wasn't towards the end. And I lost myself completely. And this is kind of like, I can kind of, if you didn't have anything to say, I'm kind of like talk about a little bit something else in regards to that. Did you have anything? So with losing yourself, like, sometimes mentally, that can take a toll on you too. Like, mental health, the way, like, these women are, like, I don't want to say stuck, but in certain situations that they feel like they can't get out of because mentally they feel stuck. And I've noticed within myself that was me. Mentally, I just felt like I was doing all the right stuff, that I didn't care. Like, if we needed to sleep on the corner, in the box in the corner, I'm with you. I'm there, like, I'm your ride or die. Like, I'm gonna do all of this, but he didn't give a fuck. Like, you know, it was just like, fuck love, fuck marriage, fuck a relationship. I need to be back on my money. And finances is what kind of messed us up. But now that I listen to that statement, and I realized that mentally fucked me up. Like, I still hear that today ringing in my head. Fuck love, fuck marriage, fuck a relationship. I got to be on my money, and I'm married to you. So, you know, for me to look back and see what I mentally overcame and the struggle that I had when I was in that last part, I feel like I could tell any woman they can. You just got to believe in yourself, and you can step into a whole different ramification of life. Fall in love with you, be in love with you, know what you like, what you don't like, what you're not gonna take, and don't be afraid to stand on it.
And don't change yourself to be in love, because guess what? Once you start changing yourself to be in love with someone, they're not in love with you. They're in love with you with what you changed to be. So if what you changed into is not something that's going to progress you and grow you, and you can evolve in that space, you constrict it to that change you made, and them people only love with you because you made that change. If you were doing that because that's who you are, then that's different. But if you change yourself, changed everything you like, they don't like this, they don't like that, you do this, and you change yourself, you better like that change, because the only reason they fucking with you is because you changed. And then that's what you mean. You lose yourself because you trapped making everybody else happy. I was there. I was trapped in making everybody else happy, making sure everybody had what they needed. And all this time pouring myself into them, pouring myself into this. I was pouring myself out, and nobody was replenishing what I was pouring out. So when I ran out of me to pour, I was the bad guy, because I ran out of me, because I lost me. I wasn't making me happy. I wasn't doing the things to fill me up with joy so I could keep pouring it out to other people. So yes, that's very easily done, because you think you're doing what you got to do. Yeah. Oh, this happened, so my sister and them got to stay with us, and my son got put out of school, so he got to come live with us, and your daughters can't come over this weekend, because it becomes a bear to deal with. And that's why it's like, marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. It's work. It's not about love. It's not about caring. It's not about commitment. It's not about none of that shit. Are these two people going to wake up today and conquer everything that you have to conquer to be yourself, to be together, and to start another goddamn day? I'm chocolate gumbo, bitch.
But what's the why? Like, why do, like, when you really ask yourself, well, we supposed to be married to be multiple, well, what does the Bible say? To multiply, or whatever the case may be, fruitful and multiply. But why? Like, why do we need that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we need that? Why does it have to be a marriage?
It isn't necessarily that we need it. I think that's just something that I think through life, even with me being married, it's not something that we need. It should be something that you want.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you need. You need to love yourself. And you need to find joy with you. That's the priority. But I think when we think of love and we think of that, we think of something outside of ourselves. We think of love because it's like, okay, your first definition of love. If most of us have parents, a lot of people didn't grow up with parents, but our first definition of love is some form of our parent. Boys, our mom, girls, their father. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you look at that love that they give you, and you feel like you're not understanding that you can supply yourself that love too. So when we get older and we get somebody and we're looking for companionship, we're looking for that love. It's like, I want to feel this love, and not understanding that we can give it to ourselves and get it from somebody else as well. But if you don't get it, give it to yourselves, you don't know what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not giving love to yourself on the daily, you don't know what you need for you. So you can't even know how to even pick somebody to give you the right amount of love.
Trauma builds character.
Mm.
And relationships are filled with trauma. Not so much relationship trauma, but the trauma that you've had in your life before this relationship that manifests inside of this relationship that the person that loves you is going to have to deal with. So it's so many different levels. It's so much different, so many different wrinkles to being with somebody every day. Like it don't really kick in when you first get married. When you first get married, y'all still happy. Y'all still low key boyfriend and girlfriend, and y'all learning how to be married. But 2-3 years kick in, 4-5 good arguments kick in. Then 4-5-6 years later down the line, this shit is very very hard to not be childish.
But how much time do you put into actually getting to know someone before you decide, like, okay, this is the one I want to commit to? Like, I know they say that we should, some people meet and they'll get married within 6 months. Some people take years. But I guess they say you actually never get to know a person unless you're living with them. But isn't it like, if you're older or whatever the case may be, certain things we should, I guess, look for or do? I'm just asking for the world, like, in order to just decide to commit to somebody. Like, what are those steps that we don't do that we should do?
In my case, when you know. And carrying baggage from former relationships and situations, you have to find. Would you turn that shit off, ring leader? We at your damn house and you just don't want to do shit right. Okay, no. Certain, like I said, when you coming out of a situation with baggage and you're opening yourself up to a new situation and you're trying to see, well, this is nice and this person is great and I want to move forward and I want to move fast or I want to slow down, you have to know what situations to not put yourself in. With marriage, like I said, you learn limitations. You learn exactly what your limitations are, and long-term relationships. And the next one, you especially when there's some shit you do not want to have to go through in your next situation, you definitely don't put yourself in that spot. You don't put yourself in these situations. You don't make commitments to types of shit that you've been through. That's one thing people forget. You keep giving the same people the same chance when it needs to be a modified chance. It needs to be something that you learned from the last situation that you're not going to do in this situation. Not so much, oh, I held back too much, so I'm going to give it all. No, hold back more, but watch differently. Yeah, Kendra, I'm talking about your ass. I ain't fucked the last one. I'm going to fuck this one. No, keep not fucking. But what you do is you operate differently. You find different ways, you know what I'm saying, about different people. And like you say, people fool you. People act a certain way all up until that point, and then it's something totally different.
So, okay. Go ahead. I was just gonna I'm asking questions because it's just like when you make the statement, when you know, like, what the fuck does that mean? When you know, what is it that you know? You know what I'm saying? Because I had this guy that literally coming after me. When you coming home? When you gonna be my queen? Older guy, you would think that he knew that this is what he wanted. And then one little thing happened, and then it just disappeared. Did you really know? You know what I'm saying? What was you in love with or liking so much, and then all of a sudden it's just like
I got married on a whim. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I got married on a whim. We didn't plan it out. I almost died. I almost spent out off the expressway. I came back up on the expressway. Um, like nothing happened. I said, "Save me, Jesus!" And next thing you know, a disaster was over. Right, and right after that, I stopped having sex. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped masturbating. Stopped watching porn. I stopped doing anything that wasn't of God's way. And the one person I was in love with at that time, this was in December, January, somewhere like that. February, we went to Vegas and eloped straight up, and we was married, and didn't nobody know it for like 2-3 months till my auntie died, and it kind of came out. Yeah, and we got married on whim because I just felt like this was the time in my life where I had to make it worth something. I had to make all the pain, all the hurt, all the mistakes, all the triumphs, all the experiences worth something. So I got married on a whim, and it lasted almost 8 years. I knew the woman for a year. We talked and didn't have sex. We didn't even call it a thing. We just would talk every day, talk, text, and then we did this. We talked for a minute, like around April, and we talked for a good month. Then we kind of fell off because I was busy. She was busy. She popped back up around August, and then we kept talking, and then knocked her earlobes loose as my usual. And we was just kind of going from there. And I had my other little shit going on, as she knew. You feel me? We wasn't together. We were just two people that was really into each other, and that shit was falling off naturally when you find a new love interest. No matter who you messing with, that kind of the other ones kind of fall off because they ain't new and they your standbys or whatever. But it's still like that new possibility of, I ain't lied to her, she ain't lied to me. It's fresh, it's new, and it's fun. Then I almost slip off the damn E-way. Be careful driving on I-80 in the icy wintertime, people, because the I-80 is what I call it. And then, like I said, we eloped, and then next thing you know, a year into it, I kind of figured it was going to be complicated. She was a Gemini, I'm a Taurus, and things just kept switching up, and little situations kept happening to the point to where it was, instead of big problems, we had a bunch of little problems, a bunch of the same problems. And then we started taking on different responsibilities and more weight in our little boat. You feel me? And those little problems we never worked on. We never settled them. We just said, okay, we'll figure it out, and kept moving. So I don't mean to get so personal and so sentimental and put y'all to sleep on this podcast, but I'm just letting you know that marriage takes work. And like we said, you learn a lot about yourself, and the things you learn about yourself, fix them in real time, because it affects where you're going and what paths y'all take.
Yeah.
And how nice and sweet and considerate and loving you are to your person's needs. Oh, we trying to save you. This chocolate gumbo.
Yeah.
This is in love. Always was in love. Fall in love easy. Okay. So I'm telling you out here, people, whenever y'all see this, however y'all see this, take this shit to heart. Listen, write it down, meditate, manifest on these words, because we're not doing this podcast to go viral. We want to go viral. We want millions of views, but we want this to be something that helps people.
Yes.
So if 1 or 1 million see it, take these words and use them in your life and in your situations. No, you don't have to be in love. No, you ain't never really gonna know when it's time, or how do you know when you know? You just gotta feel your way through this shit, because some people are in this for you, and some people are in this to use you, and some people don't give a damn about you at all.
Sometimes you can overthink the situation too, and it leads you to making the wrong mistakes.
Sometimes you're just trying to get to the yams. You hear me? Them sweet yams.
Sometimes that'd be the setup, trying to get to the end, especially on our just from a fella standpoint. You know what I'm saying? We like the woman, and they might be cool, they might be pretty, have a little good conversation, might not come off stupid,
Kendra, what you asked us earlier, why do we call it yams? That's what you said?
Yeah, getting to the yams. Why you call it yams?
Go ahead.
What's the yams?
the yams are the goodness. It's potatoes. So you think about just the shape, just something sweet, just something good that you succulent. That's what you like to eat, what we like to smash, just
And
with black
curves,
men.
like you
so
said, it's the
curves.
sweet potatoes, the curves, it's the voluptuousness.
Women even be pulling out sweet potatoes and making little jokes with it. So
and it's a yam challenge going viral right now.
Yam challenge?
Uh-oh.
What's the yam challenge?
They singing it. The can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Your version of Show me the way, cause I got bills to pay. My voice already. I ain't
Man, I wasn't prepared for this. I did hear that. That's a dope yam challenge. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Started that. Your boy Tank started that.
Oh, that's Tank joint?
No, it's not Tank's song, but he
started the challenge. So you got to sing the song again?
No, you got to sing it and then post it on social media. You still got time, RJ? I know you got it.
Come on, RJ. Let me hear you.
Nah. It's Monday. This is a bad. It's the last of the week. I need to say this. If I do the challenge though, but I'm not gonna sing it today because I have nothing today. I ain't gonna lie.
So you say you know Tank though?
Well, we do know Tank. My group, he wrote a few songs for us. I had a group, R&B group called Next Level, and we went out to LA via Barry Hankinson because he was signed with Black Crown Records, and he wrote some songs for us. We were trying to get signed. It necessarily didn't happen. You know, this is life. But we was managed at the time, and still our family from Maria Farrakhan. So that she knows the sounds I hook up to Barry Hankinson, who got us to Tank. So that's how we met Tank.
Yeah, I love when you meet stars and they cool. I hate when you meet a star and they be in Hollywood mode and they front you the fuck off. I done met a couple local stars, radio people that's on the radio now. I met Too Short. Now, shout out Too Short. He don't know me from a can of fucking paint. And I was just the comedian, the host on a show that he did at the Harold Washington Cultural Center. The show wasn't sold out. It was kind of a light turnout, but we still was there. Power 92. I love Too Short. Let me put you right there. Freaky Tales, that was Church Boys pornographic, like digital playbook right there. Like, I love Roxanne. I love Chanel because her booty is big as the tail of the whale. I'm talking about that was my first porno before, because we didn't have internet back in the 80s, fellas and ladies. Spice in 81, 89, 87, 90, wasn't no internet. You had to have a cable box.
Or the filter.
Or just look at the filter and listen to the noises because you're real freaky.
the squiggly lines.
The squiggly lines. I got so much squiggly line masturbation sex. Anywho. So I prepared this whole speech to talk to Too Short. I was gonna tell Too Short, man, you was a big inspiration of my life, and you know what I'm saying, woo woo woo. And when I met him, I'm like, Too Short. He's like, what up, player? And pulled me out the way and kept hugging motherfuckers. I was like, that's that Hollywood shit, man. That's how. But you in Hollywood mode and you don't even know it. So people be careful when you meet stars. You never know. Like when Chris Brown was charging the people $1,000 to take a picture, that's what the $1,000 was for. The $1,000 was for me to take. The $1,000 was for him to take his guard down and actually meet you, and actually take a picture with you, and y'all be cool for about 5 minutes instead of him. Chris, whatever, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. I'm finna go sign. I'm finna go count this $250,000. You feel me? Type shit. So I don't have y'all ever went through that? Yeah. Who y'all meet that fronted y'all off?
You got to go put him on blast, Kendra. Pick your mic up. Okay, I need you to pick your mic up.
Who did you meet that it went well? What stars have you met and it was cool?
I met a lot of stars. I worked at the BET Experience. I ran into Chris Brown, a bunch of reality TV show people, a bunch of other people as well. But when I was working at the BET Experience and I was doing the Dancing Dolls here, I don't know if you guys remember that little group that was on the TV dance or whatever. So Tyrese walks by.
Tyrese. Coca-Cola?
Yes, Coca-Cola Tyrese, chocolate Tyrese. He comes walk by, the girl's like, oh, Tyrese, can we take a picture with you? And he took a picture with them. Then I go over to try to talk to him, and he just kind of like brushed me off, like I'm like, oh wow, like
did you have your credentials and shit, or do you have your lanyard on and all that too?
No, but I was working, like, so I have a smock on and all that or whatever. But I was just trying to be a fan. Hey, when I tell you I got treated, it was like, excuse me, like you ain't nobody bad. I was like, oh wow, like that was just, I couldn't even believe. I still like him, but then at that moment I'm like, I don't even like him no more, dude. Like
that Hollywood shit, that Hollywood mode. I be in star mode sometimes, but I still take 2 seconds out to be personable. But I heard in LA they got different rules in LA for comedians. Okay. Like for comedians in LA, they said you ain't supposed to shake hands or hug or take pictures after the show. You're supposed to walk off like you the shit and don't look back. Really? That's what they said. But you know, in Chicago, in the South, is more hospitality. You know what I'm saying? It's more, hey, how you doing? Yeah, Follow me. You said you been who?
Teddy Riley. actually was at his house.
Zoom, and a boom, boom.
Teddy Riley.
Take your rump.
At the time, my husband at the time, we were trying to sign this artist. He was really, really good Asian guy. So Teddy Riley was impressed with his performance, invited us over to the house. We was over there. He was so sweet, so nice. I don't know if it was because he was living in the South, he was in Atlanta, had a great time. But that experience compared to the Tyrese experience, two different ones.
You met Tyrese, RJ?
Yeah, he's kind of whack, man.
Damn, Tyrese.
Yeah, Tyrese right. Off. Yeah, you extra whack, bro. I'm gonna let you know. I ain't about to do. I'm a grown man. You can come after me. It don't matter. It don't matter. We grown. We could talk like men. But that was just. It's just you got a reputation for being whack. And I'm gonna say how I met him. So I know G, right? So everybody know Genuine. And what's funny is people assume that Genuine will be like whack, not personable. People would kind of assume that, and he ain't nothing like that. G is a real dude, always cool. I know him through my my play brothers, Red Ford and Rick Rose, not Rick Rose, but Ricky Rush. So they sing background for him. So I've been like running to G for like over 20 years. But every time I meet him, it's all love. Then we had a situation that I said we met Tank and we cool. So even like when Tank do shows here, it's time. You ask my wife. Swift went to a show that Tank did here. Somebody had Tank at his show and he was doing security. And Swift ran into Tank and was like, well, what up? Tank was like, what's up? It's 1 a.m. Swift FaceTimed me with Tank. And Keita's in the bed, like, and couldn't believe it. Like, you on FaceTime with Tank right now? And he's just talking shit, but that's how he is.
Cool, Tank is.
Man, real cool. You know what I'm saying? He don't owe me nothing. I mean, we were some guys that was trying to get signed and was like little brothers with him. We went out to LA and hung out with him for a week. He took us to the gym every day. We went to the studio every day. We actually hung out in Bond. So he's a real good brother, but just to have the experience with Tyrese. And I know so many women that like this brother too. You know what I'm saying? He represented the chocolate brother, so it hurts me and it pains me to say that, but he just be extra whack, man. He be extra whack to your fans and people like that. And I don't think you even realize you're being like that, but sometimes stuff need to be drawn to your attention. You know what I'm saying? With different artists. And it's a lot. It's quite a few. Even Too Short. You whack for that, bro. I get it. Y'all talking about man groupies and all that. The chicks and stuff like that. They'll smash you. But it's brothers like that that bought your album.
But still,
it don't take nothing to say, man, it's all good or whatever. It don't take nothing. If I could meet Minister Farrakhan, I'm going to say this right here. If I could meet Minister Farrakhan, I met pastors and all kind of people that call themselves important. And this dude is really important. And I never felt the love that I felt from any of these cats like I felt from him. It don't matter how busy. He can feel like the world. He got 5 million things going around. And he could say hi to you and make you feel like I'm just taking this moment to say hi to you. And man, how you doing?
That's important.
That's important, man. So it's like when you got people that means that much to the culture or society or people, and they act with a certain level of being humble, you know, and then you run into the Too Shorts and the Tyrese and the other knuckleheads out there that think there's something. It's like if anybody acknowledge you, and we know this as entertainers, because you know that. It's like when people take the time to acknowledge you, man, like to say, you know the road that is taking you, Keith. And I'm gonna say this, like B. Keith is like the next one out of Chicago on the comedy side. You know what I'm saying? I said this about Lil Rel before Lil Rel been on. This dude got what it takes. He got everything. He's charismatic. He's funny. He's gonna be on TV. We're gonna be on some big shit. So we're gonna be with him together. It don't matter. But what I'm saying is he has the right spirit. And he can appreciate people that come to him and just acknowledge him to say, hey, this, and that. I'm telling you, let's get you a winner.
No, in all defense of Too Short, he didn't mean it maliciously, like you say. Tyrese really fronted y'all off. Too Short was like, "Oh, what up, player?" Like he gave me the "what up, player," but that I had prepared. He didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a huge moment in my comedy career at the time. Like this is when I was still working. I took off work to do this. I got wrote up when I go back to work. So it was a lot that going on that night. They was mad they ain't sell no tickets. The man was supposed to pay me $500, didn't give me. I had to chase this nigga for 2 weeks for $150. Like it was a lot going on, but the opportunity to meet an icon in my childhood was bigger than me than, you know what I'm saying? So when I walked up to him, I was ready to stop him and talk to him. And he was like, "Oh, what up, player?" Shook my hand and kept moving. So he didn't front me off, but I thought I was gonna have such a big moment because you know how stars, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you grow up with somebody that you looking up to as a star, you feel like you know him. And that's probably what got y'all with Tyrese. Like, cause Tyrese seemed like such a cool ass person on the persona in his characters. He seemed like, oh my God, I would love to meet him and kick it with him for a second. But when people in the star mode, you can't judge him. RJ, you cannot judge Tyrese for being in star mode. The man been a star since he was how old? He was in the first Usher video. Remember the Usher video where they was doing the Mad Max thing? I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to treat people like people. Everybody has that innate human right to be treated like a person. But when somebody's in star mode, that's a whole different mode, G. That's a whole different kind of mode.
I respect the mode. I'm just saying, bro. There's no star without the people. We could kill all of that. That's for everybody. There's no star, there's no fame, there's no money without the people. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I understand you got a life. And I understand that, like, I didn't catch you having dinner with your kids. I haven't catch you doing something intimate with your wife. You know what I'm saying? I get that because people got lives too. So sometimes you can catch them at awkward times. They are with the kids. I get that. And I get that. I'm going to say the N-word. Can I say the N-word?
It's your goddamn podcast.
I just want to.
You want to say? We just talk grown.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, nigga, you was at your show. That was that. You at your show. So you at a show where people pay money to see you, nigga. That's your job.
Talk to the camera. The camera up here. Talk to the camera.
Oh, I'm looking at myself.
I love what RJ gets.
Hey. Don't judge me. I'm looking at myself on the screen right here. But yeah, for real, you at your show. Like you at your show. You not if you call Keith when he with his daughters and you trying to have a conversation, man. Yeah, he might be like, hey, hold on, whatever. I get it, because that's daddy-daughter time. I get that. And that wasn't what it was. Keith ass at a show. Ain't no excuse for that.
Oh, yeah. I'm hugging, laughing.
Right, because they paid tickets. You there. You in that moment for that. You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing to be personable. I just don't. What you think, Kendra?
I completely agree with that. I do. I met Kanye West at the airport. Who was on the same flight. He was super friendly.
See, at least Kanye West.
With him and everything in the airport.
Kanye West played us. I'm gonna say this, Ye. Listen, I love you.
Damn it.
I love you, Ye. So we next level, and we this is Kanye. This is the first joint. This is College Dropout, right? This is the first one. It dropped. He comes to Chicago. He has this big white security guard. So we go in the club. We right in the club. When I tell you this club, Keith, Kendra, is about the size of this spot right here. It's not even that big. This is early Kanye, right?
Right.
So he's there. We right next to him. He got this big Russian white dude. We gave him his stuff. We gave it to Kanye. Gave him my CD. He didn't even listened to it. He just gave it to the white dude. He never even looked at it.
Star mode.
He never did it. It was star mode. It was star mode. But I do love Kanye, but that was he did speak. He did shake up. You know what I'm saying? He did speak. He did shake up. Hey, man, what up? And he gave it like, hold this from me. It's like, we knew what that was, though. We knew, like, this motherfucker ain't about to hear this shit.
That nigga said, man, tell me you ain't put my tape in the toilet, man. Tell me this ain't no motherfucking demo tape in this toilet, man.
See, I'm telling y'all, listen, that is real. Hustle Flow was a good one for that. That was a good script to write on that, because that's how cats feel, man. That means everything. And that scene right there was a perfect. That was star mode. That was a perfect thing. There was a dude that really, really meant that moment meant everything to him,
because his heart was in the music. His life was in the music. All his hurt and pain is wrapped up into.
But he could have put that. He could have put that in his pocket, and none of that happened. And he had to call him. And he had to do shit. But he put it in the toilet and pissed on it,
and got his ass beat with it too. So I look, entertainers, we hold ourselves to a different standard, but superstars, megastars, A-list stars, B-list stars, they used to be A-list stars, are always going to kind of be in star mode. Okay, so don't think that you finna meet your all-time. Much respect to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I've never met you, but you've always been one of the coldest people in my life in the early 90s and definitely the 80s and 90s and 2000s. But I've heard many stories about Michael Jordan that may be true, that may be not true, that Michael fronted them the fuck off because he don't like male groupies. Niggas don't like male groupies, bro. Male stars don't like male groupies. And listen, stars, superstars, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, guys that Martin, the guys that I look up to, I feel like I know you. I feel like you're a part of my life. Like from the not performer me, from just the regular 9 to 5. I got my regular life. I got my fine little chocolate wife here. And but I feel like I know you. So when I see you, I don't want to fuck. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your homie, but I want to talk to you for a couple seconds like I know you. Every big comedian that I met, I made him laugh. When I first met George Wilborn, I did an impersonation of him to him at a show, and he laughed. When I met Kevin Hart, I had just seen was that Big Little Man, and I did an imitation of him, you know what I'm saying, and made him laugh. Like I like making my favorite comedy stars laugh in that quick little moment where I'm meeting them and they don't know who the fuck I am till I go on stage like, oh, you was funny, dog. You can make it type shit. You feel me? So Deion Cole is another down-to-earth brother who give you the advice that he think you need at whatever level you at. Shout out Deion Cole. They never fronted me off. He like to keep a low T though. He like to keep it real low because people don't make a hoopla. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit in the back of the room and be regular. You don't want to be, oh, that's Deion Cole. Where Deion Cole? Deion Cole. You don't want to do that. You feel me? Not August Alsina, but gay ass.
Oh Jesus.
No, it's nothing wrong with being gay. Just don't hide from yourself and you hiding from the world.
Did he just
be
come
gay.
out?
Yeah.
Was that a truth? I thought that was a joke.
So the boy, hold on. So the interview where he brought the man on TV, that was a hoax. That was a spoof.
No, I
Niggas
thought
don't spoof like that.
No. I thought they were saying when I looked in the comments, it was half of he came out and it was half of no, that's his brother.
Oh, it might be.
You know what I'm saying? It was like that's his because I can see that could be his baby brother. You saying that and how that could get twisted. If you're saying like, oh, this is like my brother, if that's the case.
And the thing about it, it don't matter. And that's another fanship shit that we get it twisted. Like we got a right to these stars' lives. We don't. I could go viral right now and be one of the famousest internet comedians in the world, comment on these stars' lives on the internet, on Instagram, social media. It's a bunch of viral comedians that got famous for roasting motherfuckers, and now they got on because they roast went viral. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about these stars and their lives like I got a right to it. Just because I got a right to my fanship and I watch your movies and I see your TV shows and interviews and I believe in your character and your persona, I don't have a right to your real life. People, fans, you don't have a right to Beyonce. And I know there's going to be some people that try to get us canceled for that because Beyonce got a whole goddamn church. There's a church of Beyonce followers in Atlanta. But what I'm saying is y'all don't have a right to Beyonce knows. Y'all don't. She gives y'all life and she brings y'all beautiful music and vibrations from her soul, but y'all ain't got a right to this woman. You don't. So all these people thinking you got a right to these stars, and I think that's where star mode come in at. But like you said, if you out at the grocery store, if you out just having dinner and people come over, can I take a picture with you? Bro, I am talking to 2 trillionaires trying to get a $10 million concert tour started. Don't come over me and ask me no questions. I'll take a picture with you, but don't do that type shit. But like you said, if you at a show where these your fans, then you kind of got an obligation to give the fans what they want.
I'll just be cordial. Don't be no asshole. You know what I'm saying? But if you
Too Short didn't front me off. I just thought I was gonna have this heartwarming moment with Too Short, and Too Short was like, "Oh, what's up, player?" And kept it moving, bitch.
that is so Cali the way you said it.
Oh, what's up? Because I'm like, Short, what's up, bro? What's up, player?
Player.
I had something to tell you, brother. You gone? Okay, cool. Then look, soon as he walked off from me, 6 fine ass bitches ran up on him. I'm like, I can't compete with this story from when I was a virgin in 14. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he definitely don't. Not with the women in this race. You can forget about that.
But I thought I had a right to, you know what I'm saying, a little, but we have to separate fan from, you know what I mean, star mode. Star mode is different.
Jesus. With the star modes and all that good stuff. It's been another episode of Chocolate Gumbo, man. Any closing remarks, guys?
Get these side tooth missing and fuck me though apparel. I'm coming out with a lot of my biggest jokes are gonna be apparel, and I'm making a push to build my star, to build my following, to build my fanship, to build my digital print, digital footprint, I should say, and also movie and TV. 2023. Look out for Big Keith. Big Keith doing big shit. BIGKEEF. Who is Big Keith on Instagram? And I'll be at your baby mama house if you talk about me, nigga.
Kendra, you got anything to say?
Hey, just live your life wholeheartedly and remember to just fall in love with yourself.
And she's in love with me. Too late.
She don't even know yet, huh?
All the little ugly boys that she was talking to, it's me.
She called y'all ugly. She did.
I did not. Why y'all?
Listen, y'all want to believe me? We ain't gonna lie to y'all. She called y'all ugly. She said y'all feet stink, and y'all don't love Jesus. And you know that mean a lot to her because she loved her some Jesus. So she said y'all ain't love Jesus, and y'all feet was stinking, and y'all
trying
ugly.
to sabotage me. Don't you believe it?
And I can say what I want to say. I'm the light skin that got this group.
Okay. All right. Once again, this is Chocolate Gumbo. All 3 extra black motherfuckers trying to say who the lightest one. I don't know.
Well,
But anyway, kids was like, I'm gonna shut my ass up. I'm gonna sit my ass in the middle.
Right.
She got all the light on her too. She's looking extra light though. Anyway, this is Chocolate Gumbo. We had a good time like always, man. Please make sure y'all share, comment, subscribe, lock in, and keep following us, man, on each and every episode. We're gonna keep bringing y'all good shit, and we also keep moving. So follow Keith at Who Is Big Keith. Kendra, what are you following you at?
Hairstyles by Kendra and SFH Property Group on Instagram.
So she doing hair and selling houses out the back door.
YouTube page coming soon. Instagram coming soon. Facebook page Chocolate Gumbo 2023 Chocolate Gumbo.
Yes. And I'm RJ Mitchell _official on IG. Make sure y'all keep following Chocolate Gumbo. We're gonna keep bringing you more of this heat. God bless y'all. Signing off.